Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SwiftCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? You had a massive move yesterday. I think it was, what, 84%? 84% a day. Yeah, 85.75, my bad. A little bit higher than that. That's great. Continuation today. You're precariously placed right now, and what you do today could be the difference of this move continuing immediately or pulling back immediately and then continuing later. My guess, if I had to, just right off the bat, I haven't looked at the charts too much. We're going to explore this together for the first time that I've looked at it like all day. My guess would be that right now, SwiftCoin probably does pull back to about 2.7 cents. That's my guess right now. But let's dissect this a little bit more. That's the look right now, just on the given day. But man, we got 19 hours, 23 minutes left. This day, if it could just as likely be as big as yesterday or even bigger. Genuinely, today could end up being bigger than yesterday. We don't know, but let's try and figure that out. Okay, so looking at the daily time frame, why today is important is if today closes red, you will have confirmed bearish divergence on your daily time frame. People hear bearish divergence and they think, oh, that means the move's over. And sometimes it does, but not always. You know, you can get bearish divergence. You come down, you find your low, and then you come back up again. You form more bearish divergence while forming higher highs still. Or instead of forming more bearish divergence, you break that and you go up higher. You know, you don't have to end the move just because it's bearish divergence. But again, that's only confirmed bearish divergence. It's only actually something to consider if today closes red. And wouldn't it be funny if today, instead of closing red and then giving us the signal, if by the end of today you're already at this price, the signal came in, but it doesn't matter anymore, and then boom, you just rip to the upside. Wouldn't that be funny? That's how it happens sometimes, actually. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame real quick, get a better understanding of what to expect in the short term. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, this is also very suggestive that we could turn around right now, okay? We've got 3 hours and 22 minutes left in this 4-hour candle, so it does depend on what we do here. If this 4-hour candle closes red, then just like the bearish divergence, it's not bearish divergence here, but you'd be finding resistance at this white line, the same area you found resistance at basically the last 4 attempts, including this attempt to be 4 attempts. If you close green, then you won't reject, you'll actually be going through it, and that could be a setup for something more productive. So nowhere near the end of this candle. We do have to wait for confirmation. Confirmation comes in the form of 3 hours, 21 minutes from now, closing this candle. In the next hour and 20 minutes, you can move down here. In the next hour and 20 minutes after that, you could be closed green. You know what I mean? So we really have to wait for the confirmation of this candle, okay? But looking at the RSI, I think it makes sense you find resistance here. It's totally fine. You've been finding higher lows this whole time. Maybe you go down here and you form a higher low. A drop like that would probably reflect a move down to, what was it? 2.7 cents, maybe even a little bit lower. The divergence, by the way, actually, I want to complete the thought here. With bearish divergences, you do normally pull back to where the divergence formed, but oftentimes you actually do go a little bit through there. So if you were to go a little bit through there from a high to or low to a high here, what's just below that area? Your golden ratio right here at 2.5 cents. So just saying the divergence started at 2.7 cents. If today closes red, we don't know, but if it closes red, then you probably do not just interact with where the divergence started, but you probably go into your golden ratio zone between 2.4 to 2.5, 2.6 cents, somewhere in that area, okay? Yeah. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour time frame. Oh, actually, before we get on the 1 hour, the 4 hour as well, you can see that as you're moving up, right, this last candle, you're losing volume. So you're moving up and volume's dying off. It's not a good thing normally, right? Here you did the same thing. You were moving up, volume died off, lower peaks, right? Volume died off here, so then you corrected. You're basically doing the same thing now, lower peaks, and now perhaps you're starting this correction phase. I would anticipate that this corrective phase, it could last as long as this last one. It might last as long as this. It could be even shorter than both of them, but it would be probably a multi-day, if not at least a day of correction, but probably a multi-day thing, which would mean then if today's Saturday, that next week, maybe it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you correct, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next week you start pumping again, or maybe you just start pumping on Monday. I don't know. You know, it's all speculative. 1 hour time frame, you can see the same thing, right? Volume's dying off as you're moving higher, and in fact, volume actually even built for a second, but where it built was at this high. This almost looks like what they call an abandoned baby. Okay, if you don't know what an abandoned baby is, just here, we can do this real quick right now. Brace yourselves, my friends. Your retinas are about to be burned. We use the dark screen, but now here's the light. We've gone from C-Zar the black to C-Zar the white, and man, it's not as glorious as Gandalf, that's for sure. Chart patterns, no. We're looking for candlestick patterns, yes. Candlestick patterns. This guy, by the way, he updates this stuff all the time, you guys. Although he hasn't updated the candlesticks, it looks like, in a while, in like a decade. That's crazy. He does update the other stuff almost like daily, if not weekly, but we're looking for an abandoned baby. It's under A's. Abandoned baby bearish. It's not exactly like this because abandoned babies need gaps, and you don't have gaps in crypto. But if you look at this, if you kind of look at this here, right, doesn't it look the exact same? The abandoned baby comes with a bearish engulfing candle afterwards, a very bullish engulfing candle beforehand, right? Doesn't it look the same? If this was a stock, if it had the ability to get gaps, which crypto, you can still get gaps in crypto, but because it runs 24/7, it's really basically impossible to do. It looks like a bearish setup. And if in this 1 hour time frame, in the next 18 minutes, even if you don't engulf that, with that amount of volume there at the high, I think you do sell off here. So all that to say, my friends, and you've got the bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame too. All that to say, I think SwiftCoin is going lower. I'm going to put this video out there now because I want people to be aware. I don't want you to FOMO in and buy at the wrong prices. Unfortunately, a lot of you probably have, okay? And I'm going to be very specific and very careful with my next words here. None of this is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not anybody's financial advisor, right? It's okay if you bought this high. It's okay if you bought this high. It's okay if you bought that high and the price goes low, okay? It is not okay if you bought this high, the price goes low, and then you sell down here, okay? If you're not comfortable with the notion that the price could literally go below 2.7 cents, if you're not comfortable with that and you bought up here, this is your last chance to get out, right? If you get out and the price runs, don't hate me, hate yourself. Those are emotional plays that you're making, right? You already made an emotional play. In my opinion, if it was me, I mean, to be completely fair, it wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't have bought at this price. But if it was me and I decided to buy here, I would have told myself, if I buy here, I will not sell if it goes down here. That's what I would tell myself, right? That's how I would do it. And then it goes down here, and then what I do, I don't sell down here. I buy more. And I'm going to buy some SwiftCoin, you guys. I wanted to buy some, but damn it, it pumped 85%. This is what I mean. I'm not going to buy on a pump. I don't buy the highs. I try not to, at least, right? I'm okay with buying highs. It's okay to buy the high as long as you're okay with the potential dips that come after that, because it's only a high momentarily. SwiftCoin does not, its journey does not stop here. It goes much higher than this. It probably goes above $1 by the end of this cycle, maybe even multiple dollars by the end of the cycle. We'll see. We'll get to that in the end of this video too, probably right after this actually. But be careful. All I'm saying, I'm trying to be careful with my words here. I don't want people to panic sell. Definitely don't want people to FOMO buy. And I don't want people to miss an opportunity. You never know, right? Even if you buy here at 4 cents, again, I think SwiftCoin will be worth more than $1. If you have long-term sights in mind, it's not the most ideal price to buy, but at 4 cents, if it's going to go to $1 or higher, it's a pretty good price to buy. It seems like a bad idea now, but man, when you're all the way up here, people will be like, how were you smart enough to buy down at this price? You know what I mean? And at the moment you feel dumb buying here, but that's, and nobody's dumb, right? We're just emotional sometimes, and we make incorrect decisions when we're emotional most of the time. Sometimes it works out, but oftentimes it doesn't. Do not FOMO, okay? If the price continues to go up, the proper reaction is not to FOMO, but rather to applaud all the people in SwiftCoin, all the people who are holding this coin that held through the potential risks of the downside and gained those rewards, okay? If you want to buy lower, you want to buy at the prices that I'm thinking about buying, which is like 2.7 cents or below, then just be patient. And if it doesn't come, then look for another project or something, or maybe have a game plan where if it breaks a certain price, you just buy regardless. But to each their own. I'm just trying to throw out some opinions, some perspectives, some potential ways to go about this, right? Different paths to take. No one path is the right way to go. I need to end this video so that I can post it and make this, because I really do think that it's about to drop. I think that SwiftCoin is about to shit, but I don't think that it's going to go too much. I don't think that it'll go to lower lows. I would suspect you probably hold either 2.4 cents at the lowest, 2.7 cents at the highest, somewhere in that zone, probably closer to 2.6 cents or 2.5 cents. Let's talk about where you're going to go after this, where you're going to go overall. and then we'll end the video there. So SwiftCoin, it's existed a lot longer than this, actually, right? It's existed since it's existed longer than that even. Let's go to, is it on OKX? Yeah, OKX has all the time frames. So if we're looking at this here, high to low, look at that, and you're at your 1618. That, I mean, makes sense. If you were to continue on this, and I think that you do not stop at your 2272. I don't think you stop at your 2618, which means we're looking for tertiary targets, which is nuts, but I love it. That's the 2886 to the 3786, somewhere in here. That's 95 cents at a minimum. Let me be clear, guys. My minimum target for SwiftCoin by the end of this cycle is 95 cents. I don't know if the maximum target's $9. Let's just apply this real quick. Let's do some math, okay? And it's not cut and dry like this every single time. This is just my own kind of way. The only reason I do it like this is because I've been in the markets long enough to understand what a quote-unquote normal market cap or attainable, achievable, possible market cap for a coin to achieve at the end of a cycle is. That does not mean that it has to go here. It does not mean that it has to stop there. It could exceed it, right? I can be wrong. But just applying logic and the average kind of expectation here, okay? If you're at 400 million in market cap now, if you were to do 100x from here, that would be a $40 billion market cap. If you were to do a 200x from here, that would be an $80 billion market cap. And normally coins like this that start off below, let's just go here. Come on now. It starts off its cycle, you know, at a $10 million market cap, well below 100 million. You don't see coins go from a less than $100 million market cap, a $10 million market cap even at that, all the way up to $100 billion market cap in one cycle. You don't see that. But you can see coins like this achieve tens of billions of dollars in a cycle. So personally, I don't think SwiftCoin here, I don't think it sees anything more than a 200x. So unfortunately, anything over a 200x is off the table, unfortunately, my friends. But 100x to 200x, that would give you a 40 to an $80 billion market cap. Now that is a very attainable and achievable range where most coins do kind of top off. I should say most coins, it just depends on, I don't know, it depends on the coin and the overall growth. It could be anywhere from 10 to 60 billion. You know, for coins like this that I think really have potential, 40 to 80 billion I think is more appropriate. Don't take this, what I'm telling you here for SwiftCoin, and just apply that to any coin. You can apply this kind of train of thought, but it's not this specific. It's not this exact train of thought for every single coin, okay? Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Most of them, no, in fact, actually. So if you try to apply this exact same thing that I'm doing here to every coin, you're probably going to set yourself up with some really bad expectations, to be completely fair. So, but SwiftCoin, I definitely think could see a 100x or a 200x from here, okay? At this price here, what would the 200x be? That'd be all the way up. That would be all the way up. That would be all the way. You guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yes. SwiftCoin, minimum target is 95 cents. Maximum target is $9.16. Wow. Perfect. And watch everybody say, it's going to go to $10. It's going to go to $10. And it doesn't. It sells off before then. I mean, maybe it does. That would put you at about an $80 billion market cap there. But who says you can't go to like 85? I'm just saying I don't think you get to 100. The further away you get from 80, the less likely it gets. But you could get to like 85 billion. Sure. Maybe you don't. Just because that agrees with the high market cap doesn't mean it's a prophecy that has to happen. Maybe you stop at $1.68. Maybe you stop at 95 cents. Maybe my minimum target is too high and you stop at 20 cents. But I don't think the buck stops here. It wouldn't make sense to me that after all this bullishness, after all this accumulation, that now it finally starts going and you stop right there. I don't think so. We've got a whole year left of the cycle, right? The cycle ends in October, November, December of this year, and you're only going to make it there. I don't think so, man. I really think that SwiftCoin will be worth, if not at least $1, multiple dollars, man, by the end of the cycle. And you never know. I don't expect this, and I think it just sounds crazy to even consider this. You never know. You can see it could see a over $100 billion market cap this cycle if some pretty big catalysts come into play. But I'm wasting time now. The price has already moved down more than I wanted it to by the time I wanted this video to come out. So I'm going to post it. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. and I will see you on the next one. By the way, if I bought SwiftCoin, if I bought it at this high, I probably wouldn't sell now because it's already down so much, right? If you bought at the high, man, you're already down like probably at least 10% or so. Like I don't know, not financial advice. Do whatever you want. It probably does go lower than this even, but you're playing a game and it's a losing game at that. You're buying high and selling low. Don't complete the cycle. There's nothing wrong with buying high. There's something wrong with buying high and selling low. Just if you bought high, just ride out the low and then buy more at the low and then wait for the next wave to come. Not financial advice, just my genuine opinion based off of my experience on doing things wrong so many times in the beginning. I don't want to see people do that either. Let's all get rich together. Okay, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.